Hello, this is the Breast Love One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is a storyline reading as far as a Miss Susan Smith. I see on the internet that a parole hearing might come up for Miss Susan Smith to see, I guess, if she can come out as far as parole. But hopefully it will be denied. For those who don't know who Miss Susan Smith is, Miss Susan Smith is a woman back when she was younger, murdered her two little boys, her two sons. She drove them in her car in the water. She drove them in. Or she left them in the car and turned the car on, or however she did it, because she had to get out the car. Once she got in the water, I don't think you can open up a car door. I'm not sure. So she might have just got out the car, had the car on, and let the car just go and submerge in the water, or she drove the car in and she got out of the car some kind of way herself, however she did it. But either way, her children was in the water in the car and they died. Two little ones. Okay? So later on, she made it seem like she didn't know what happened to her babies. Maybe a week or 2 weeks, or a week or two, or however long she let it go, where she didn't know. She said a black man, or more than one black man, took her kids, or whatever she said. So she made up that story also, because she thought it would be believable. So she was a sorry excuse for a mother, and still is. She is a sorry excuse for a human being, and that still is, because her killing her own children and children in general, that's a sorry excuse for a mother, for a human being. Two innocent children, babies. I'm not sure the ages. I don't know if one was 1 and one was 3. I'm not sure. I don't have my phone down here to show it. But she was a sorry excuse for a mother. There's too many ladies out here that can't even have babies, that wish they could have a child. And she had two that she murdered. And then she tried to blame it on a man or men, and black ones at that. So she got some racism in her by doing that, I say. And she felt the police would believe that and just jump on that and just go after any black man they saw, I guess, at that time period. But I don't know how they caught her and found out that she did it. I just don't know. But some kind of way they found out that she did that to her own children over a sorry man. She was a married lady. Yeah, she was married at the time, but she was having an affair evidently with a sorry man that evidently didn't want any children. And she is willing to kill her kids to be with this sorry man. Or a man who probably wouldn't even buy her a piece of pizza, a pair of shoes, a donut. But she willing to kill her kids for him. And she did kill her kids for him. But she didn't have him because she got arrested, whenever that was. So her husband was supporting her at first, as far as comforting her and all of that. But then when he had to come to his senses and realize that his wife was having an affair, and his wife murdered his kids, and that's when it's time to let go and not support somebody who murdered your kids, but just let her go. Is my wife, I'm going to be there for her, I don't believe it. No, it was true. She murdered her kids for a man that wasn't her husband. Instead of giving her husband his kids and getting a divorce or breaking up like some people do, they just go to another place, break up, and just give the kids to the dad. She murders the babies. So that was really crazy, because I don't know why she just didn't give her husband the children, unless she had a problem with him. Evidently she is angry with him to murder his kids, because they was his kids just like hers. So she must have had a problem with her husband, period. So she wanted to hurt him. And what all feelings she had for her own kids, she just let that go by the wayside, because she looked at her kids as trash at that point. Her children was as good as garbage. She put her children in a sewer. She rode the car in, or she turned it on and let it ride in with her out of it. However she did it, and let her children drown and die, submerged in the water. And she went home, slept good and everything, day after day, and know her children is inside the car in the water, dead. She had no feelings, no emotions, no remorse. That lady deserved every bit of time she can get. She need not come out. She need not ever come out. She killed 2 kids, not just 1. She took their little lives away. They didn't get a chance to do anything in their little lives. Go to school, go to college, have a first girlfriend, get married, have kids, have a car, whatever it is kids grow up to do, hang with their friends, go to a prom. She stole all that from them. This lady deserves to stay in and never come out. It's too many mothers, too many women in general that want children that can't even have kids. They try. And then we have a person like her that just tossed her children away like they was as good as garbage, because that's what she called her kids when she put them in that car and let them drown and go in the bottom of that water. She said, "You are garbage," and that's what it was. And she told her husband too, evidently, "I don't love you, and I'm going to show I don't love you, because I'm going to kill your kids." And that's what she did. So she had it in for him when she made that move, and she felt a certain way her own self. And she wanted this man, whoever it was, so bad she is willing to kill her kids for him. A man, like I said, probably wouldn't even buy her a donut. Somebody she probably would have to support. Ladies, you need to wake up and stop doing dumb things. Stop being manipulated and stop manipulating. Let me just do a storyline reading on this lady. Is she coming out? I'm hoping she don't. I'm hoping that parole hearing, because a pardon card probably come out, because that simply means you want another chance. And I'm hoping that in this storyline it says and make it clear that she not coming out, because she don't deserve to walk the streets out here to have a good life. Not as long as her children laying in a grave. It seemed like I'm harsh, but I'm just talking reality, people. I'm talking reality. You don't get to murder the kids, take their beautiful little lives away, and feel like, oh no, I want to go out and have me some fun. No, it don't work like that, Miss Smith. You need to stay in there and do all your time until you leave this earth, because you didn't give them chance to enjoy the earth. So let's just see. Is they gonna let her out, this monster out, or they gonna keep her in the cage where she belongs? Let's see what the court's gonna do. She didn't get the death penalty. She didn't get that. So I guess it's depending on where you live at. I don't know. She killed 2 kids, 2 of her own kids. And she shouldn't even be having parole. I don't understand how she going to have parole when she murdered 2 people. I don't get that, but, I don't know how these laws are set up in these different states where people do one thing and then they want to throw the book at them, and then some other place they let people just walk around scot-free like this lady, Miss Smith. Okay? Let's just see. I don't feel like going upstairs and getting her picture. You can look it up online, whoever looking at me, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Her name is Susan Smith. She up for a parole hearing. It's coming soon. I don't remember the date. She murdered both of her sons. She drove them in a lake, or she turned the car on and let it ride in a lake. If not the lake, the creek or whatever body of water that was, and she watched it go down for a sorry piece of a man. And that's what she did. The stinky part of a man. I like to say the stinky part of a woman, but a sorry man. Because that man might didn't tell her to get rid of her kids. She did that on her own. So I'm not going to blame that man. He didn't tell her to get rid of her kids. He just probably said that he don't want any kids. He don't want a woman with kids, or whatever he might have said. But still, some men talk like that. They don't want kids and tell people to get rid of their kids. So I don't know what that man told her. I don't know what he told her. But she is crazy like a fox over him, that she is going to murder her kids to be with him. And then she definitely wasn't doing good with her husband, because of murder this man's kids. That shows that she didn't like her husband at the time. She had a big problem with her husband, to murder his kids and feel, oh, I can lay down beside him after I done murder his kids. That is some nerve she had. So he must was a softie. Somebody she could just walk all over. Okay, let me just get a storyline out for this lady, Miss Susan Smith Universe. Is she going to stay behind bars where she truly belongs? Or is she coming out? Because she got plans when she come out. Maybe to make a movie, to write a book. No telling what she planning on doing. To live her life and have a jolly old good time while her children land in the grave that she put them in. Okay, let's just flow. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. She cheapened their life. She cheapened the children's life. Yes, she did. Because what? You wanted some candy-coated enjoyment. You wanted some romance from this sorry man that you met, right? You wanted to soup it all up for a speedy recovery. So you wanted to just get rid of your kids and get anything out the way so you can be able to get over here to this man, speedy recovery, to make everything fine, right? Okay? You wanted to be sincere about this thing and gather up everything to get started to be with that man, whoever he was. Something on the internet can help you, right? There's 2 things, because you're internet savvy. So you might have met somebody on the internet lately, right? Whoever it is, and you want to get started and come out of jail and maybe be with this person. Or maybe some kind of way you looked on the internet as far as something back then. I don't know. So we got number 7. Your child wasn't 7, wasn't that old. Okay, in the temporary times, you wanted to plant your vision. And your vision at that time was to be with this man. You was floating on with life, right? But it was tension maybe at your home as far as you and your husband. You wanted pleasant times, right? And you was going to go get your mission. And your mission was to murder your kids because you wanted to be with that man, right? Because you was going to go get it. You was going to make this happen. You was going to make this happen. You was going to go on your mission, and your mission was to get rid of your kids. Tension probably was brewing with you and your husband. You was going to go after whoever that is. And also you want to get out so you can be able to go with some man out here that's out in a free life. to 2024. You got plans. Okay, let's flow. Universe, you know all about it for this lady, Miss Susan Smith. Today is Thursday, but it's not the morning, but I'm going to say this anyway, because today is Thursday. And you did kill your kids. God saying life was about experiencing life with your children, not killing your kids, wasting their life. And this is a Thursday message from me right now. So here's God. You got to accept your punishment and open the doors to gravity and accept your punishment for murdering your kids. It was a carbon copy of an Esha. Some kind of way, something you repeated. Something you repeated. Maybe something with you in having an affair with a man, or something with your husband and you. Whatever it was. But you needed to just get a job because you was knowledgeable. So I don't know if the man had more money or what was going on. Or you might have tried to go up for parole before and it ain't happened, or whatever. If there's anything like that, let's just go. Let me take some more. Universe, you know all about it. For Miss Susan Smith. You know all about it. She murdered her kids. Now she want to come out, but she shouldn't be coming out. She don't deserve to come out and enjoy her life and have a good old jolly time while her children laying in a grave that they didn't deserve to be put in. Right here, she a weak link. She a weak link. Okay, let's flow. All about it for this lady. Okay. Pick one. She's going to have a look of confidence and pick one. So she had her eye on another man she was talking to on the side, and she's going to pick one, and she had the look of confidence, right? And she picked whoever that guy was that she murdered her children to be with. But she need to wean herself from a social skill. Whatever that might have been. Dealing with the Chronicles isn't my race. So she might have been dealing with somebody of another race, or she might be on the internet talking to somebody of another race, or she definitely blamed somebody of another race. Back then when she murdered her kids, she need to wean herself from a social skill. She had a look of confidence when she talked in front to the reporters and all about her children. She need to cut ties with her ex. So she was gonna she needed to cut ties with this man she is connected to, but some kind of way she needed to cut ties with her husband if she no longer wanted her husband and just give him his children. Maybe the new man had some kind of money, or she want to get out right now because it's somebody out here she interested in that has money, whoever this is. Enjoy the summer breeze. She want to be able to enjoy herself and chat up a storm with whoever this person is. She want to have some fun. She didn't have any heartfelt tears for her children. Give a penny for her thoughts. She ain't had no kind of compassion. Because she was making arrangements to get out of that camp, to get out of her house during that time. So once she got rid of her children, she is going to be getting out from with her husband. But then she's in jail and she want to make arrangements, go up for that parole hearing and get out of jail, the camp, right? Because she might want to taste somebody's charm, whoever outside of jail. And she going to try anything to get to whoever this is. Or this man who she murdered her children for back then in the 90s. She wanted to taste his charm, and she was going to do anything to taste it. And she murdered her kids. Okay. It says he, but I'm going to change it around. She was there, and she was vengeful because she murdered her kids. She was there, and she was the one who was vengeful. Okay? So some kind of way he might have gave her a number back then, or she gave her number to whoever this man is back then. She accepted it or he accepted it. She is paying attention to details, flaws, and looking around the corner to make sure as far as the steps she was making. Because she knew she was going to murder her kids. It's a penalty phase for her because she is a Neo, right? She was negative, right? She had imbalances and antics going on. So we have right here that she want to go to the parole board where they test her feelings and see if they beautiful, see if she changed or anything like that. But this man, whoever she is hooked to back then, who she murdered her children for, was going to test her feelings for him. Do she have beautiful feelings for me? I'm going to test her and see. And what happened was she murdered her kids for this man. Like I said, a man might didn't tell her to murder her children. She did it her own self. He might just say he didn't want children. That don't mean murder your kids. It means you go ahead and find another guy. But she couldn't be finding anybody if she was a married lady. So we have right here that she had to start to love herself because she didn't love herself back then. So if she didn't love herself, she couldn't even love her kids. You can't love somebody else if you only love yourself. You think you love people, but you don't. You got to love yourself. That's how you know what love is. She didn't love herself, so she didn't love her kids. That's why she could do that to her kids. She don't even love herself. Right? So we got the jacking up card. So she jacked up her children. This really mean getting money out of somebody, or somebody was trying to get money out of her, or it just means that somebody was jacking her up on the collar. So I got to change it around. She jacked her children up. Right? And I'm going to say she jacked her children up because she had them stuck in a car. They were stuck. So it's like you jacked the person up and you got them stuck. They can't move unless you let go. But they was in a car and they couldn't get out, so they was jacked up. So she jacked up her kids. Right? Look at the mother card. Look at the mother card coming right behind it. Tell me God not good. Look at the mother card. This is the babies. It's senseless to find my mother. It came right behind that. Look at that card. It's senseless to find my mama. Because some kind of way, if they were asleep, they woke up when that car was going down. Because they was a magnet to their mommy. They was chained to their mommy because that's their mommy. But she was a magnet to whoever this man she met, and was chained to this man that she seemed to want to be with. She was willing to kill her kids for. She is going to travel for love if she dared to wherever this man was very soon. So she was going to get rid of her kids. She wasn't going to let nothing stop that. She felt like maybe that he was nice and friendly. And she got an epiphany. So what she did, she aimed for it. And she went on a kitty cat mission. She snuck. And she made this happen. Because what she did, pinpoint a problem. Because she's a change shifter. And the problem was the kids was in her way. The children was stopping it. And she was going to make something happen. Because she wanted him. So we have this next card. She is going to become groomed. She needed, these are like grains. She needed to become groomed to what God created her to be at birth. A good mother. Not this, what she turned out to be. What you call that? I was going to say Satan's, no, it's not the right word. It's some word that just came in my mind. She is going to let her sounds strike that. The babies, the children was going to let their sounds be heard loud and clear. I feel they woke up. I feel if they were asleep when she drove them in, they woke up. I feel they woke up and they was beating on the, well, they couldn't be beaten because they was small, right? Let me see, crying or anything like that. I feel it's the baby's card because, the children's card, because it say let your sounds be heard loud and clear. I feel it's the babies. I felt they woke up if they were sleeping while that call was going down or while it was down there, whatever. See, because here's a God card coming behind it. The babies had to seek the ranger God and have God bubble a protection around the babies. I feel he was crying, hollering, or whatever it was, and they needed God's bubble to keep them safe. They needed God's presence. Here she is with whoever this man is that she met. The power to hold on is slipping. I cry for you and know you are mine. So I can take this as her kids, but I'm going to take it as this guy that she was trying to get her hands on. I cry for you and I know you are mine. The power to hold on is slipping. I'm trying to get to you or anything like that. But I can put it with the children. The power to hold on is slipping. They holding on to life down in that car in the water. I cry for you, mommy, and I know you are mine. I turn it around to the babies. They was banking on their mommy to save them, to be there for them. One could have been 1 and one could have been 3. I'm just not sure. I would have to go look upstairs. They were small. One could have been 1. You see what this card say, right? 1 could have been 1, 2 plus 1, and 1 could have been 3. I'm just not sure. They were small. Or 1 could have been 2, or 1 could have been 1. They was little big. They was little. Right? Whatever their ages was, they was babies. They was banking on their mommy to save them, to come for them, to help them. But she was banking on what? Banking on if she get rid of her kids, she can have this man to travel for love. Right here. She didn't need her husband to help her be herself. She felt strong in things. She felt she didn't need a husband and she didn't need her kids. Let me see if this next one, or should I shuffle? Okay. Seemingly something became a mountain for her because she justified it lately. That it became a mountain. Having the kids, having a husband, and she wanted to just be free to do her thing, right? Is it my fault I got stolen from or raped? So is it her fault that her children was killed? Because that means she stole the children's life when she put them in that water. She stole their lives. So she was stolen from, but she the one did the stealing because she put them in that water, or some kind of way she got raped. Before she went to jail or after, I don't know. One of those times. Here's the big word right here. Babies. So we have right here that the babies was a blessing. They don't even like me. So the babies was a blessing. She wasn't a blessing. I can't put this. This would usually be the person I'm talking about, but I can't say she was a blessing. She wasn't a blessing. The babies was a blessing. They don't even like me. So that would be Miss Susan Smith and whoever this man she is trying to get to. Right? So we have, she is going to start to live her life and continue her life. Let me say it right. Start to live your life. If you are not, continue. So she is going to start to live her life again and continue without kids, without a husband. Right? Your loved one would not want you depressed. So she wasn't going to be depressed about the babies being gone. So we got number 1, number 2. So the babies, I'm still saying they were small. One could have been 1, one was 2, one was 1, one was 3. These numbers keep coming out. Here she is. Do I hear burdens? She looked at the kids as burdens because she wanted to live her life again. She found a new man, her husband, and her, it wasn't working. Look at this. If you're not happy, do things the right way. So she wasn't happy, so she was going to do things the right way, she felt. So she's getting out. She lived in a political area, racist area, or upscale area, or wherever she lived at. She looked at whoever this new man as her fortune. Are you my good fortune? Is it you? Whoever he is. So she aimed enough and just enough to be able to get to him, or to make that car go on the water and murder her babies, because it was non-negotiable. He might didn't want kids, or she knew he didn't want kids, or it was non-negotiable. She is going to turn back. She is going to go forward like she planned and get out of this. She might have been mad with her children's father also, and she didn't want no parts of him, but she should have gave him his kids. She could have been trying to hurt him also. Who knows? She got tensed up. Something was non-negotiable. Maybe when she went to court, or maybe when she go for this parole hearing. Who knows? Right here. She dealing with a resource, so it might be non-negotiable. Right? Where she go, and they might tell her no. And dealing with literature, any kind of paperwork, and dealing with a resource. And we're going to put the parole hearing, anything like that. Maybe. She is energy seeking because she blamed things on a black man. Look at what I just said. She is energy seeking. Energy seeking. If she loved black, she going to see it for what it is. This a racist card. If she loved black. If it's racist, that means she don't like black. Get my drill. So she blamed it on a black man. And she was dealing with a resource. The cops at the time, something was non-negotiable. She tensed up. She came up with a black man. Maybe one black man. Next one is number 8. So we got a number 8, number 1, number 18, number 81, number 21, number 28. I don't know how old she was at the time. Number 12. Might be non-negotiable where she don't get to get out. She don't need to come out. Let me take a little bit more for her. I gotta get out. I gotta make sure what the time. Let me pause. I'll be right back. Okay, my phone is kind of messed up. I would say janky. My phone kind of messed up, so it's broken up really bad. So here she is when she is younger. If you can get a good look at her, right? When she is younger, Miss Smith, right? So let's just show mature Miss Smith, because right now Miss Smith is 53. So let's see, she's 53. So this is Miss Smith now, right? Mature Miss Smith, because she done got older now. She's 53 years old. Oh shoot, I'm covering her face. I'm so sorry about that. Trying to cover up my phone is broke really bad. Okay, here she is. You can get to see her, right? So let's just see. Now I can kind of say a little bit more. She's 53 years old. Okay, she is married. She had a husband from 91 to 95, Mr. Smith. So let's just see with, let me see exactly. I'm trying to see exactly when she did this, how the babies was or whatever. Okay, universe. This one, the sweethearts. Okay, the babies. How old was they? How old was the sweethearts, Lord? How old was these sweethearts, Lord? I really can't see the ages, but they little. They little, see? So One probably is 1 and 1 probably 3 because they on the little side. See what I'm saying? They small babies. Okay. And here's a picture when they was even smaller. So I feel 1 probably 1 and 1 is probably 3. That's what it looks like. Or 1 is 1 and 1 is 2. But I think look like this one probably like 3 maybe. Because he holding the other one. I don't see the actual ages, so I can't tell you. But anyway, I'm trying to see exactly. One name is Michael. Let me see, the baby named Michael. Oh, I don't know. They only got one picture of a baby, so I'm trying to. Let me just see. She trying to get paroled, though. Should she be paroled? No, I can say that. No, she shouldn't get paroled. No, she should not. Okay. Okay, it's been 30 years. It's been at least 30 years. Let me see. I really was trying to, okay, 1994. Because I was trying to find out exactly when she did this. 1994. She murdered her 2 babies. The murdering mom. Child killer Susan Smith. Okay, that's it. Let me finish with her story. Let me just try to finish this. Universe, give me some more from Miss Smith. Look at her. She wanted to lay down. Look at her. Lay down. Look at her. She wanted to lay down. He might have some money, whoever he is. She wanted to lay down with whoever he is. Because she just wanted to focus on herself. Right here. I'm just trying to finish this up. She wasn't going to let nothing stop her. Because she probably was finished with her husband. And that means she was finished with the kids too. But she should have just gave him his kids. But I feel like she is mad with him and she called herself trying to hurt him. That's why she didn't just give the children to the daddy. She created a monster with her husband. Her and her husband. It was rocky. Something was wrong there. Here it is right here. Common law. Put it right there. Okay, one more universe. I'm hearing, is it the way you love me, baby? So I don't know who this new man was, but she wanted to kill her kids over him. She got a serious problem. I don't care nothing about him, the way he loved you. And he really didn't love you. Some romance or whatever it was going on between you and this man, or him looking in your eyes, or whatever he did. No more. Sorry excuse for a mother. Yeah, ladies want kids and they can't even seem to hold a baby, and you get 2 of them and you just run them down, just ride them in the water and just let them drown. Some babies woke up and they was hollering for their mama and they couldn't get out. And they was expecting you to be there because you was the chain. They was chained to you. They was like a magnet to you because you was their mama. And they depended and was banking on you to help them. Where's my mommy? Not knowing that mommy is standing there watching the car go down. Miss, you deserve to stay in and never come out. I mean, never come out. Here you are. You was married to your husband here. Common law. Your husband here, you was married to him. But you was ready for love because stuff wasn't flowing good at home with you and him. You was ready for love. So you wanted to marry, I guess, this new man, or you just wanted to spend some time with a new man who has some money. Or you want to get out of jail right now and marry somebody who had money and lay down with him. Here's a secret. Somebody tell a secret. It was a secret. What's the secret? What's the secret, universe? She want to go full force and grow her business. Maybe she got plans on a business. Maybe she was interacting with drugs back then, even if it was taking some pills. She don't have to. It could be now. Interacting with pain. Secret might have been she was taking some kind of pills or something back then, or what. So we have right here that she wasn't gonna let nothing stop her from going to a place, and the place was to drive her kids where she drove them at, to ride them in that water or whatever she did, or to be with this man that she so desperately wanted to get hung up with, because here it is right here. Who was her prince? This man, whoever he was, her prince. She wanted to get to him, her Prince Charming. Because her husband at the time wasn't it. She was finished with him, even though she was in the house with him. She wanted to be pent up with this new guy. She wanted to collaborate with this new guy. But she needed to know that anything that was rushed was not worth taking. She wanted to be a part of this person's life, get in business with him or whatever. So here God saying right here that she wanted to know if she could trust the guy. Let me see, can I turn it around for her? She just wondered if she can trust the guy who could have been on the down low, or he down low and dirty. I need to turn it around to her. She was down low and dirty. Maybe I need to turn it around. The children trusted her, but she was down low and dirty. Turn it around. Okay, she didn't want to be talked down to, controlled or anything. So I don't know if her husband was like that and she didn't want it anymore, or she was doing it to her husband, or what. Being treated like an animal, being controlled, dominated by her husband, or she was doing it. Because a new guy was who she wanted to get to, so he wasn't nobody too bad because she was trying to get to him. She had curly hair. Person might not be her race or just don't look like her. Whoever the man is she was going to meet or going to see, the one she was having an affair with. Okay, let's flow. Or one she want to come out to now. Once she get out to have a business with whoever. Start a business. She this right here is a marriage card. She might want to get out so she can get married to somebody. Looking at her looking at positive vibes. Get married to somebody. She might want to get out. Start a business with some man, whoever, that got money out here. And get married to him. Or back then, whoever the man was back then might have had some kind of money she wanted to start a business with, or she wanted to get married to. Okay, so we're going to say that the children saw things in slow motion, had watery eyes, not her. Whoa. Because she got the babies isolated. They can't say all of this, but I got to talk for the babies in the storyline. Mommy, why did I believe you? She got them isolated. That's the babies. They wanted a united front, right, with their mommy. Here she is. No more minor crutches. Her. She was strong. They wasn't strong. She was strong. But they wanted a united front. They wanted their mommy. Okay, so we have the sinful place. So for the kids was in the sinful place. There's in a car with glass. Because it's a place with glass. They was in a sinful place. And the sinful means dangerous in this storyline. So she had them there, or she was at a club or somewhere with this man before before she got locked up. She met him there, she was there, or she in a sinful place, and that would be jail or courts is sinful. And it definitely had glass doors. Babies was in a sinful place, in a car, negative. They wanted to yarn the front with their mommy. They trusted their mommy. She got them isolated. They had watery eyes. Seeing things in slow motion. She had a weakness for showing care for her kids. Right? When we talk about the kids right here, if I'm going to turn it around, she had a weakness for love making. With whoever that man was she was trying to get to, she's willing to kill her kids for, or for whoever this is she want to come out for now, whoever he is. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she didn't see her children's worth, and she didn't see her children's ambition. She didn't see theirs, but she saw her worth and her ambition, and she was trying to get to whoever this person was. And I mean really bad. I mean really bad. That didn't make any sense. That was terrible. Okay, so some kind of way back then, she might be taking some kind of pills where she needed to go in treatment herself, or maybe in jail, right? So she felt restricted. She had no way out. But she needed to apologize to her kids and to their daddy. You are on your path. God said you on your path, Miss Smith. And your path is jail, the prison where you at. That's your path. You are on it, and you need to stay on it. But you want to go forward and come out. But God said you on your path. So hopefully they'll leave you there, because God said that's your path. Okay, so we're going to have to make this the babies. Something was on the floor. So we're going to make this the babies. They was on the floor, or whatever body of water that is. That car went down. However it went down, it probably landed to the bottom, to the surface. That would be considered the floor. They didn't cry. I mean, they didn't pray. They probably did a cry. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, she had to have a clear mind, because she was letting off her sexual tendencies in this situation. So somebody was following her, or she is following somebody. So with the following, I'm going to say that she just was watching a car go down. And that would be considered following. Maybe, or she is following whoever this person is that she is trying to get to. Okay, to gain for her was to lose what needed to go. And what needed to go was her kids and their father. She didn't no longer want that. Because she wanted to gain in her life. She saw her ambition and her growth and her worth. Okay, so we have right here that she need not go on fast like a sailor, because that's what she did. She need to have a wise mind. Okay, so she is wishing for a good decision. So the children was hand in hand with the enemy. They're wishing for a good decision. She need not go on fast like a sailor, but she did. So I'm going to continue this storyline. I'm going to break it, and I'm going to come back with it, because there's a lot of cards and I have to get ready to go somewhere. So we have, she felt it was time for her to move on, and she is trying to move on and get away from her husband and get away from the life she had, because she looked at her life as a joke, and that's what she did. So I'm going to continue this. I'm going to have to end it, though, because I don't want to leave it on pause, because I don't know if the whole video will go away. So I'm just not going to take a chance. I'm going to end it, and I'm going to bring a second half for Miss Susan Smith.